Okay, camera on the floor. Bunch of junk on the floor. Don't blame me. Pilates mat. Boom. Thank you, Noah Sampson, for calling me out on the fitness challenge. I have tried to record a video for this about 4 times, and each time I have had little things stop me from being able to get the thing right. So I'm just going to stretch because I'm very tired, and stretching is very, very important. And you all should be stretching because despite whatever abilities and body types you might have, there's a good chance you got some muscles that need stretching, that need some different mobility and all of that. So I'm gonna go over a quick stretch routine. Most of this is from the Stay Flexy guy on YouTube and TikTok. Before I do that, I need to call 2 people out. So Turb and Lily Alexander. Both of you, I'm calling you out for the fitness challenge. Just record yourself doing any type of fitness activity from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. It'll be fine, I hope. So we're gonna start with this hip flexor stretch. And as you'll see, I have pretty baggy pants, but as you'll see, I'm just gonna be bringing kind of in this one-legged kneel. I'm gonna have this back knee on the ground. You can kind of adjust it, move it around. I like to just move around in this position, bring the front thigh to the side, to the other side sometimes. Sometimes I'll do circles. I'll do circles here. And these circles will sort of floss those muscles and stuff. And then we go in the other direction. This is a really important thing. Hip flexors can get really tight because of sitting. I mean, just watch the Stay Flexy guy. He says all the things in his video. I'll do the other side now. Again, you can kind of move around in these positions. That's what I like to do. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to sit still very much, which as a Buddhist is kind of counterintuitive, but motion is the only certainty in life, right? And the best way to help your muscles, the best kind of posture that you can have is a changing posture. Is a posture that is mobile. You want to be able to use your muscles in different ways. So motion is good to introduce into your stretches here and there. Sometimes I like to rock my body back and forth to get a good count. And that's that stretch. Then there's a hamstring stretch. So you can see that I'm doing one leg at a time, straightening with my 2 hands on the ground. Yeah, I wanted to do something kind of badass on the camera, but I just don't have the space in my apartment right now. I am unable to get good footage recording myself doing the other activities I like to do, mainly Muay Thai. Some of you might know that I like to do Muay Thai. I like to hit some pads. Not really able to get good footage of that right now. I like to play basketball, but I'm super bad at it. And I also don't have a ball that is inflated properly, and I don't feel like inflating my ball. Basically, I've just been preposterously lazy. So one thing I like to do is kind of do a half Cossack split squat kind of thing here, where I just kind of rock back and forth. I have my hands on the ground, so it's not a real squat, but it's just a nice motion back and forth, just to sort of feel out where my muscles at, what's clicking, what's not clicking, etc. And then we go into the this thing, the pancake stretch. Bring that forward. Try to keep the toes up off the ground. Try to keep the legs straight. I should also be breathing a bit more. Deep breaths are always good to introduce into your stretching. They make a huge, huge difference. Deep breathing is always just good in general. I like to do these stretches in the morning, but also sometimes at night. Either or. Sometimes these thighs cramp up on me. So sometimes I'll just switch to this posture instead. Makes it a little bit easier for them not to get too stretched out and get crampy on me. Okay, Now I'm gonna do a butterfly. This is another variation of mine. Just gonna do this a little bit. This is how we used to do it back in Taekwondo classes when I was a small child. We just flap our wings and then we lean forward a little bit. Now we're gonna do the figure 8, the piriformis stretch. This is really, really good for your lower back. Anybody who's got sitting all the time, anybody who feels like tightness in your lower back, like this is the stretch you should be doing. You need to be doing this stretch. Makes a huge difference. Typically, you want to have your hands here, palms facing the mat, and get this nice little tuck onto the knee. You can also kind of do it like this, but I kind of prefer it with my foot on the ground. Either or is fun. I can still just I already feel tightness in my lower back. I already did these this morning, so this is always a clutch stretch for me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do it by bring my arms up too. It's a little bit more of that mid back. Brings up gets a nice stretch in the lat area too. While I do this, and then we'll switch. Something else I like to do when doing the piriformis stretch, sometimes I'll swing my body from side to side. Slowly, of course. We don't want to torque anything. Torque? Is that the right word? Twist anything. Stretching and exercising regularly really makes a huge difference. If I had any room in my fucking house between all the stuff that my mom has shoved all over the place, I would be working out all the time. But sometimes life just can't afford you that, or you gotta just be more creative or more active about moving things around to get what you need to do. Sometimes I like to do this too, like a little pendulum with my knees up. It's like another variation on that. And then we're just gonna do this now. Like a lat stretch. You guys are getting a lot of booty here. This is crazy amounts of booty for YouTube. This is wild that I'm doing this. That's fine. It's just a butt. But as you can see, I'm bringing my arms straight out and my chest to the ground. Thumbs up position. Try not to fart. Haha. If you can do each stretch for 45 seconds, that's a really good time, and you can feel a real difference in what you do. For the folks I called out, Turb and Lily, if you guys want to just stretch as well, that's always a good move. We'll do some cat cows now. Cat cows are the best, honestly. It can be more forward. Okay. And then last thing we'll do is just some of these. You see hand on the ground, other hand making a crescent moon shape, neck to the side. It's it feels like my shoulders have knots in them. Every time I do this, it's a little bit painful, but in a good way. You want to get the intensity, but not necessarily painful. Other side. Oh, I got nice little cracks on the way. Just really trying to get my range of motion. Ooh. And that's today's stretching. Turb, Lily Alexander. Do your best. Lily Alexandre.